Alright, hello everyone. This is my discus tank. I put a few videos up before, but I thought I'd do another one. Some people were asking some questions, so yeah, let's get stuck in. There's 8 discus in there. 6 of them are young Stendker Discus, and 2 of them are adult Steve Punchard Discus, and you can see the adults, they're the big ones with the stripes down, kind of look like wild discus in a way. We've got a few different strains of the Stendker Discus. There's some Marlborough Reds, there's one of them. This one here is a Dark Angel. Then there's 2 Blue Diamonds hiding at the back, and there's a leopard snake skin somewhere. And what I do is I feed them, they should come out then. Where's the food? Let's have a look. Let's give them some flake food. This is just goldfish flake food. I'll feed them now and then. I should go for that. I did actually have some bloodworm, but I put it down and I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Let's put some bloodworm in as well for them. Sorry about the filming. Right, here we go. So you can see the 2 big ones going for the food instantly. They're all getting involved though. One of the Blue Diamonds is my favourite one in there. He's got the best shape. I say he, I'm not sure if it's a he or a she yet, but I think there's a pair of blue ones, and the leopard snakeskins just come out in the middle there. Is it that Blue Diamond there, I think? It's got the best shape of him. The 2 adult discus, they have spawned in the past. They've laid eggs and they've been fertilised. They just they haven't hatched in my tank. When I bought them, I've been told they have successfully raised fry in the past. Hasn't worked for me. Not sure if it's the water or the conditions. But hopefully one day they will. I'm not really trying. I've taken the breeding cone out of there, just as I haven't really got anywhere for the fry. I've got a tank down here. Don't know if you can see on the video, it's a bit dark, but there's no water in that one at the moment. Wish I could house them in, but then I don't know what I'd do with them all after that, so maybe another day. So here's the leopard snakeskin. It's one of my favourites. That's the smallest one in there. These ones are all quite small, so just babies. That's the Dark Angel. That's one of the red ones. And the blue ones I think are probably my favourite, well, one of them in particular, but he's at the back at the moment. So yeah, the tank's just being run on 2 sponge filters at the moment. It had a water change today, so it's a little bit cloudy, but it's not. It's pretty good water quality at the moment. Here come the blue ones. This tank is a 4-foot tank. I picked it up for £50, so that's why there's a couple of scratches you might see. So I'll never use it as a main display tank. Well, you probably could, to be honest. It's pretty good condition. But yeah, it actually came with the stands and everything, but I've sort of, let me turn the light on up here. I made a racking system. So there is a tank down there that I'll use at some point. It's just made out of cement blocks and wood. And there's a planted tank here, just a little tank. Nothing in there in terms of fish or shrimp or anything. Just a little tank. I only just replanted it yesterday actually. Just sort of using it as a grow out tank, just to try growing a few different plants in there. Now this stuff at the front, this pearlweed, that should sort of take over the whole of that empty space at the front, so sort of grow up onto the rock, which I think will look really good. And all that stuff at the back will grow up to the top of the tank. There's a big bit of Anubias at the back there, and some little bits here at the front. It's just Tropica soil mixed with another aquarium soil, which I can't remember the name of now. Sort of 5 months old really. And then I took all the other plants out. Well, not all of them, I've reused some of them. But if you see the little white pellets, I put them in there. There's sort of half a tub of those. They're just Miracle Grow plant food that's I've mixed up with the substrate. So yeah, this really clear water in there. It's had one water change today. And yeah, interested to see how this tank comes along. I think it's going to do really well. It's really heavily planted. Got some floating plants at the top which should sort of grow and spread out as well. So yeah, maybe I'll add something in there. Maybe not. This time there's no real scape to it. I've got to go bare bottom in this just because the discus can be quite messy. Oh, a lid from the food actually dropped in there. Let's get that out. Oh. Don't want that in there. Again, floating plants on top. I move the rocks around all the time when I clear it out, so they just in a bit of a pile. No sort of thought going into it. There are some Java fern and some Anubias in there as well. Obviously that they don't need planting, so you don't need any soil or substrate in for them. All the fish are hidden. There's a couple of just unused sponge filters at the top. Well, sorry, they have been used in the previous tank before. I've just sort of kept them in there so the bacteria stays alive on them, so that I can use them down here eventually. Yeah, so the fish room is literally my well, it's a brick shed. It's not a wooden shed that I've insulated and put electrics in. So we've got some lights up here, sort of a power thing up there, heater there, which I'm not using, but I use now and then. I've got another racking system to the left, which at the moment just got a computer in, some bits and bobs. I would like to put more fish tanks in here, but I'm planning to move house sort of early next year. That's why I'm holding off putting fish in here and sort of doing anything more to this and breeding them and doing this tank. It's going to be a nightmare having to move everything. If we do move, we're not going to move far. We're going to stay in the same area, so we won't have far to travel, but it's just going to be a real pain. You know, moving all the fish, all the plants, all the tanks. But eventually when I'm settled again, I'll build another fish room and I'll proper go for it. I'll have lots of tanks, hopefully lots of fish, and have lots of projects on the go. Do some breeding, get some different sorts of fish in. I'd like to do an angelfish tank, a tropheus tank perhaps. Breed some live bearers, do some aquascapes, some shrimp tanks. So yeah, it should be good once I'm moved. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Let's go back and have a look at these, they're all coming out again. So yeah, that blue diamond has grown quite a lot since he's been here. I've only had smaller ones for, I don't know, maybe a month. I've had these ones for about a year now, the big ones. Smaller ones, probably half the size of that when I first got them. And this one, as I say, this one's my favourite one. I think it's the best looking one in there really. It's perfect shape. But the big ones are lovely as well. Just picking off the flakes from one of the rocks there. Here they come. I think when the leopard snakeskin gets bigger, that one's going to look really good as well. I do love the leopard snakeskins. They're one of the reasons I got into Discus, the Stendker leopard snakeskins. I think they're great looking fish. Similar to these really, but I think it's just a bit more detail on the leopards. The red ones are really nice. They do have the pepper in the little red dots. Sorry, little black dots that come up. That just happens with that strain. They still look lovely though. And the blue diamond, sorry, dark angel, he's just coming around this little crack here. He has some of the best colours you'll see on the Discus, to be fair. Sort of pinks, oranges and blues and blacks. Hopefully you're picking up on the camera. And he's a really interesting sort of looking fish. It goes from sort of pink to dark grey. Yeah, as I say, this tank at 50 quid, second-hand tank, but it's absolutely lovely. It's a great looking tank. Just a couple of scratches on the front. I've painted the back of it black, spray painted it. Done the same with this one. This was a similar price as well, really. Don't think it's much more than 50 quid. It's got a lid somewhere. And then this tank I got in a deal, as unfortunately the shop was going out of. The shop was closing down, going out of business. So sort of half price. I can't remember what I paid for it, about £70. Unfortunately, the other day down here I chipped it, so I just filled it in with some super glue, which is really annoying. But it hasn't made any leaks or anything. It's still working absolutely fine. Just won't use it as a display tank in the future. Just use it as a breeding tank, or just do little projects like this. It's absolutely fine. You can cut that bit out if you're taking a photo or something. No one will ever notice. What's interesting about this tank is it's got the sections at the back. So it's got two filters in. It's got this little filter here that come with it, and then this other filter that I bought, which I've used in other tanks in the past. It's got other chambers. It's got a chamber for a heater and two other chambers. I've got a heater in there. I'm not using it at the moment. But yeah, okay. That video sort of gone on a bit longer than I wanted it to, but hope you enjoyed it. I will be back in the future. Keep you updated. I'll do a video once a week or something like that. And hopefully once I move next year, if I move, I'll do some interesting stuff. If I end up staying here, I'll just get more tanks and make this fish room a bit more exciting. Alright, see you later, thank you.